Nobody can help you better than you can help yourself. No one can make the decision for you better than what you would make for yourself. What I'm trying to say here to you, my gorgeous Capricorn, is the fact that, you're going to have such an unusual moment at around the 9th of May. And then that unusual moment is going to repeat itself at around the 19th of May again. And what am I trying to say here is the fact that, there was something that was persistently on your mind, and it was really slowing you down. It was really affecting your life. And it took over your life without you even realizing, without you even knowing, without you even being completely aware of it. You have been aware of some kind of elements around it, but not about the whole picture that I'm talking about. Because prior to this moment, let's say within the first 7 to 8 days in May, within the first 7 to 8 days in May, you are going to have this moment, a bit of a hermit moment, where you will just really kind of like want to be by yourself. And you need to cherish this moment so much, because it's at the same time, this is the blessings that you are going to have, because you will have this ability to see and to understand other things, that you couldn't understand about this specific situation before. And this will be really important to mention at the same time, that it's a lot of that prior to this moment in time, within the first 8 days in May. You are really going to be facing the situation that it's not going to be even connected to you or to your life, but you will be looking at one person or a few different people, and you will pretty much so have an absolutely mind-blowing realization. What you're gonna see and what you're gonna become aware of this person or other people, it's really going to affect you, and it's gonna get you thinking, and it's gonna get you going. And this is how your hermit mode is going to start, because you will be able to recognize something so specific that maybe happened to these people or to this person, and that in itself you will want to avoid like there is no tomorrow. So it's gonna get you thinking, and at that moment in time when you see this, you're not even going to understand how big this is actually going to be and how much this is actually going to affect your life. But this is when the hermit moment is going to come. And when I say hermit moment, you will just want to be by yourself for a day or two, and you're going to go very, very deep. And you're the best when you go very, very deep, because at the same time, when it comes to your personal reflection, there is like, oh my God, so much that you're going to kind of be able to understand, but you will not be kind of also be able to explain completely. And this is when your subconscious mind comes in, and this is when your subconscious mind is going to take over, and you're going to realize something so big. When it comes to the hermit moment, you just kind of want to be by yourself, but then again, your subconscious mind takes over, and you understand so much, because you're able to find these energies and dimensions so beneficial in terms of understanding. You can kind of drift so much deeper that you normally do, and that in itself is really going to kind of make you aware of things that, on one hand, it's like lots of little confirmations, but then on another hand, the importance of you just realizing that now it's time to kind of start moving on with your life, no matter what, my gorgeous Capricornians. So this is a really, really big moment, because at that moment in time, something is going to change. It is to do with a little element of you where you will understand, oh, maybe I haven't been completely honest with myself. So this is going to bring like a complete honesty, and certain things on the outside are going to seem even more ludicrous. But the bottom line is that through this situation, this was affecting you. And before, more than you could possibly imagine. Very often when you were by yourself, and very often when you were trying to maybe meditate or to relax, this was affecting you because it was persistently on your mind. Okay, so it's just to do with the problems that sadly took over your life. But I know it sounds like, oh, sadly took over your life, but it's purely because we are maybe sometimes giving more benefit to people or to someone who hasn't got anything to do with our lives above ourselves. It's all going to boil down towards you becoming so much more powerful in terms of your own psychic feelings and intuition, but also giving a credit to yourself when the credit is due, my gorgeous Capricornians. This is very important indeed, because you will also see something that you didn't see before. There is an element of like, oh my God, something really even more crazy that you're going to become aware of. And this is nothing to do with your life personally, okay? But it was affecting your life so much. So you will see like, oh my God, there at that moment in time, something is going to shift. Something is about to shift. And this, my gorgeous Capricornius, is the moment in time that you have been waiting for so long. Because that in itself, 7 days later, within the next 7 days later after that moment in time, you are gonna really feel suddenly so inspired, you know, when it comes to your future planning and when it comes to things that were kind of placed on hold. So this is the moment in time that I'm talking about. Because by the time you get to the 30th and the 31st of May, an opportunity of your lifetime is going to be waiting for you then and there. The 30th and the 31st of May are about to change your life. The opportunity of the lifetime that I'm talking about, it's only the beginning stages, and there is going to be a little challenge that is going to be connected to it, but you are going to be absolutely fine. Because you're going to be, by that moment in time, you will be taking into consideration like so much that you already have been through. And then again, it's going to be something that's going to be highlighted on the outside, which is going to be playing such a massive role here. Absolutely superb, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Capricornius, and it's for May 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focused, it's for you, my gorgeous Capricorn, and it's for May 2022. And when it comes to the actual numerology, your number this month is 1310. 1310. It's a very, very powerful number, but it's also bringing you the certain warning that someone is going to be the part of your path this month at around the mid-May, and it's to do with maybe like a bit of a negotiation that you're going to need to go over to have with someone, certain person, but there is something not going to be right with that person. So you are already going to have your eyes open towards the things that you should have your eyes open at that very moment in time. This is down to your own spiritual journey, but at the same time, it is important to say that, you know, there is very important negotiation that you're going to be part of, but there are two different little stages that are going to be connected to. One person, it's not going to be right person for you, and you will know that something is not right, but you're going to at the same time have that very strange and fake sense of that this is the only person who can do this for you. No, baby, no. You have to detach yourself from this situation. You have to detach yourself from this person. So if you find someone around you when it comes to the certain negotiation kind of not being completely right in terms of energy, you are Capricornius. You understand the energy like, oh my God, like a big mama. You know when something is not right in terms of things around you, but also when it comes to the certain people. So avoid at all costs. Move on from that person. Do not let them know how you feel. Say something, blah blah blah, it's a beautiful pink sky, la la la, and then see you later, darling. Yeah, but then move on and just do not go back ever again, because there is someone very important who is going to come after that moment in time. And I'm sorry, I know it's a bit of a complex moment, but this is all part of your I suppose challenge, but also part of you being honest with yourself and responding to your feelings, emotion, and your intuition in the best possible way. My gorgeous Capricornius, you know, this month it's all about you really, you know, you give a credit to yourself as much as you can, above anything else. You need to put yourself first, you know, but also at the same time, it is just a moment. What I said before, it's like basically like no one is going to help you like you can help yourself. No one can understand you on the level you understand yourself. So why would you be neglecting your feelings, your emotions, your inspiration? Take it as a challenge, baby. It's a lot of darkness out there. Yes, we know it's as dark as a bloody dark lala at the same time. But I keep on saying this, how important this is. Stay sane, keep going, stay centered, stay grounded. I'm keep on repeating this, and I will keep on repeating this as much as I possibly can, and until people get it. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it's crazy, but you have to stay sane. You have to stay focused. Just by keep going. Take it as a blessing, as a beautiful, golden, gorgeous blessing. Like when things don't seem right on the outside, you just take this with a leap of faith at the same time, because this is all going to lead towards an absolutely mind-blowing spiritual quest. The more you give a credit to yourself, the more powerful you are going to be. And just take this as a challenge, like anything, like basically take this like a nice challenge, you know, like the fact that you understand what you understand, you know what you know, and take this as a God's gift. Take this as a blessing and take it on the next level. But yes, sometimes it's not all pink, beautiful and purple out there. So we just have to like kind of hold our own handle and do not give your kind of like energy away to someone else. So let me just tell you again, you are the one who understands yourself the most. You're the only person who can help yourself on the level that you can help yourself at. Ignore any negativity on any downer. And I'm keep on saying this because I know that you're very powerful signs. You're very kind of like using your subconscious mind like above everything else, whether you realize this or not. So you got a lot about feelings, emotion and vibration. So you can't help with this. So when it's like a lot of negativity going on around you, and it's very confusing and it's uncertain and it's weird and it's bizarre, then it kind of like really affects you. But sometimes you don't even understand this because you're so psychic, you're very open towards all these things. So you just basically take this energy on the next level. Instead of draining this energy and wasting this energy of power, your powerful self, just take it on the next level. So when you come across a little challenge, like, oh no, I can't because of this. No, you bloody can. No, this is something I want you to understand. Very important, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. Another thing I was going to say, it is just basically also when it comes to numerology and when it comes to that number, it's pretty much so to do like really, you're going to realize, you know, where your weakness is. You will realize exactly where your weakness is and what your weakness was. And in order to realize where your weakness is and what your weakness was, it's all about you being honest with yourself. From number one to 100,000 millions, percent. You have to be honest with yourself. And this also contains the element of the way you think, the way you feel, the certain blockages that you have subconsciously placed on your own journey by taking bits and pieces of this like kind of like a dark devilish energy on the outside. You say goodbye to that and you just start moving on with your life, my gorgeous Capricornians, because this is all about this actual weakness that you will realize. And that weakness in itself, without you even realizing, it's going to start opening your eyes, and there is so much that maybe like that you're gonna realize about some kind of like a powerful figures and things like that around your life that have been affecting you, but at the same time it is going to start the process of the actual unexpected change. Not that long after you establish what the weakness is. This is important. On one hand, this is going to give you full control over like a situation, few different situations, just by knowing this. And that in itself, it's also going to give you the confidence, it's going to give you determination, and few days later, as I said, it's going to be an unexpected change that you're going to become aware of. This is going to be rather mind-blowing moment in time, an unexpected change that you're going to become aware of. I know my readings are along. I know I said so much, but I really can't help myself because it's very complex. What you have been going through, it's like, oh my God, like on a very, very kind of a powerful scale in terms of longevity when it comes to timing, but it's also in terms of your own understanding. You know, you understand so much and you understood so much, and it's not your fault because you are just such a powerful sign when it comes to your internal knowledge and when it comes to you knowing things and knowing answer to questions that you've never asked. But then again, it comes as just with a little bit of caution that sometimes we just have to like kind of step towards the unknown stages in our lives with a little leap of faith indeed. So it's all about the unexpected change that you're going to become aware of, and that in itself is going to be remarkable because on one hand, this unexpected change, it's going to become a very interesting journey, and at around the 14th of May and then at around the 24th of May, this is going to be absolutely obvious, especially in terms of the actual advancement into the unknown. It's going to become evident, but even most importantly, which alteration do you actually need to make. This in itself causes lack of ambition. This in itself has put you in the stationary position, so this is why this stage is going to be so powerful. On another hand, my gorgeous Capricornians, what I really, really like here, this is absolutely brilliant, like, oh my God, at around the 21st of May, it's all about this really good news. Oh my God, I like this so much. I like this so much. I like this so much because I know how much you waited. My gorgeous Capricornians, this is just mind-blowing because it's about the very good news that you are going to have at around the 21st of May. Very good news. And this, it's like, you know, you were waiting for this because you kind of like, you will realize that this was much more important to your life than you could have possibly imagined. On one hand, you were waiting for this moment in time on the 21st, at around the 21st of May. But then on another hand, what is going to be even more interesting is just that energy and vibration. It's going to really push you towards a certain path where you're going to realize certain desires, you know, and these desires are going to help you to recognize the abilities, and these abilities of yours are going to be yet again highlighted, and that in itself is going to bring you absolutely wonderful ideas indeed as well at this moment in time. So these ideas are also at the same time going to kind of be like a little spiritual shortcuts that are going to get you so much quicker and so much sooner where you want to get, but you will not realize this at that moment in time, but you will know that there is going to be this absolutely mind-blowing vibration and energy that is going to be guiding you, and it responds to you in such a way where you know you're doing the right thing because you feel so good about it. You feel like you're doing something important, you're doing something good for yourself, you're doing what you should be doing, and that in itself is increasing your vibration and energy. So the problems and negativities from the outside, they're just going to start fading away, my gorgeous Capricornians. And at the same time, even more so, you just increase your vibration and increase your energy and become so powerful and strong that nothing ever in your life it's going to affect you again, because you have learned a very important lesson. And sometimes the devilish energy and the negativity can like really become the part of our subconscious minds, because you know there are lots of little tactics that have been used around us, like for example, like in terms of like maybe you're reading something and you are listening like lots of negativity, and this is just becoming really heavy, but you're not even realizing that this is like kind of taking over your life. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what you're going to be established. You're going to be able to establish and remove yourself from that forever, literally. So this is why this is so important, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. And then on another hand, you know, what you also need to kind of like at some moment in time, you've been taught like an incorrect advice. And the incorrect advice that I'm talking about, look, I just have an urge now when it comes to the tarot cards, my gorgeous Capricornians. You were told like at some point in your past an incorrect advice, but you don't even know that this advice was incorrect. So I'm telling you this now. So somebody in your life told you something, not necessarily the person who is like pretty much so your husband, your wife, your close relative or anything like that, but somebody whom you came across. Maybe you went somewhere and somebody just told you some kind of advice which was completely incorrect, you see. And this in itself kind of made you, kind of slowed you down a little bit, because it made you feel like you haven't got what you need to have in order to kind of make a progress in your life, make a step towards a certain direction. And this in itself like really maybe confused you a little bit. And this is why I say you have to trust yourself first above anything or anyone else in every single way. And especially when it comes to making the next step, next stage in our lives, you just go with your feelings, with your emotions, baby. This is what you need to be doing. But then you getting an incorrect advice, you know, things happen because they're meant to happen at that moment in time. And I'm not saying like every single thing it happens because it's meant to happen. No, baby, no. But I'm saying that lots of things happen because they're meant to happen. So I don't want to say everything happens because it's meant to happen, you know. No, baby, no. But lots of things do happen when they're meant to happen, especially when it comes to this particular situation in your life. There is something karmically that you just weren't ready, you know, and your spirit, you know, it was guiding you in this particular way. So you slow down, you needed to go through a certain process until you reach this moment in time. So now, my gorgeous Capricornians, you're absolutely ready. You have everything you need to have in order to move on with your life. It's to do with who you are, it's to do with how you like expressing yourself, it's to do with your current path, whether you are looking for work, whether you're working already, whether you're retired. It's all to do with you, like just basically carrying on with something that means to you so much. So if you're looking for work, now you just carry on because this month the work is going to come. If you're looking for promotion, keep going, baby, because you will be shining rather brightly, you know. If you're like, you're looking to like kind of like a really prove yourself, to prove your point, you should just go for it. But the bottom line is you have been waiting for this specific moment and you are ready to take your gift, my gorgeous Capricornius, on the next level, to take your gift on the next stage of your life. Bring out your weirdness, bring out your uniqueness, take care of yourself at the same time. Go visit people, places, you know, think about the balance also when it comes to like taking care of yourself. If things take a little bit too much, protect your creativity at all costs, no matter what. But at the same time, you see that incorrect advice that you were given like at some moment in time, now you're gonna really remember this. Something is just gonna come to you, you know, in May, and you will know exactly what am I talking about. And this is important because at the same time it's going to start the process of change, okay? Pretty much. So now this is going to be very relevant when it comes to the quick and swift change in your life. At around the similar time, there is a very interesting message that you're also going to have, which is going to confirm this to you. That message is going to make you aware of the fact that, you know, you can go in so many different directions, you can do so many different things. Look, baby, it's about the bravery, it's about your power, it's about the recognition, it's about the realization. All these feelings and emotions are really going to be pushing to you towards the one specific thing. All right, or towards the one specific thing. So what do you need to do? What your next step and next stage is going to be, my gorgeous Capricornians. Very important indeed. And then on another hand, you know, this in itself is brilliant because, you know, there is a very interesting motivation that you're going to get at the same time when it comes to someone who you really look up to, when it comes to someone who is like a really important to you in terms of their own success, but in terms of their own spirituality, in terms of their own success in general. You know, there is a really powerful really powerful motivation that you're going to have as well. And the direct result of this motivation is a very balanced force that you are going to feel in terms of harmony. But on another hand, it's all about you realizing that you have to be very tactical to maintain this pace, you know. So you have to be very tactical to maintain this pace. So this is someone who's very kind of like a really inspirational to your life, who's also going to motivate you like there is no tomorrow, because through that person you are most importantly gonna realize that you are doing something really wise. And what you're doing here is like about you making a quite wise choice in terms of like your own victory, you know. And being able to recognize the part of your life that is actually going to bring you to success and take it on the next level. It's about not only about recognition and success, but it's about promotion, and you're going to find this like a super rewarding later on. But the bottom line is to not to kind of overanalyze the situations, okay? So this is really important, because if you start overanalyzing, it's just going to take you somewhere where you already have been, and you don't want to go back there, because it's only going to tiny little bit, it's going to slow you down. Just going to confuse you a little bit. So just avoid when it comes to this moment in time. Just keep going, my gorgeous Capricornians, no matter what. Very important moment in time indeed. And also, when it comes to the actual health and nutrition, you need to, like what I mentioned before, protect your creativity at all costs. It's going to be so much happening when it comes to the actual May 2022. So much happening. You will see, you're going to surprise yourself with the level of energy that you're going to have. You will surprise yourself with like how long you're going to go if you kind of focus on something. Like there is so much that you're going to gain out of it. So you need to kind of make the most of it, my gorgeous Capricornians, but at the same time protect your energy. So what I said before, it's a very strong connection with the nature that we all have, and try to kind of visit the forest, try to ground yourself, because the rejuvenation is undeniable that you're going to get out of it. Not only this is going to be superb when it comes to your personal balance, but it's also going to really kind of make you to have certain ideas, and it's going to like kind of make you feel good about yourself. So there is a specific problem, there's something very kind of that you're emotional about, something very personal to you, that it's also going to be resolved when it comes to you kind of connecting with the nature. So try to make the most of it. And also on another hand, your body is going to be communicating you so much. I know it's like, oh my God, your body is going to be communicating to me so much. No, listen, when it comes to mind, body and spirit, it's a very strong connection with. This is nothing unusual, because this time of the year especially, it's like when the nature is changing, the energy is changing, we are changing, so we just go with this particular vibration. But you just need to remember to actually, you're going to have a sudden urge, like for example, like, oh my God, I want to eat like a Brazil nuts, and then you didn't have Brazil nuts in absolute ages, and it's just going to come to you just out of the blue. Your body is trying to let you know that you need selenium, or you need like a lots of protein, for example, or suddenly you're going to have this urge to eat tomatoes, you know, like, but you just didn't have tomatoes in ages, but you just feel like you want to eat it like an apple, you know. I eat tomato like that all the time. But anyway, so basically you just and then that means that you need like a lots of vitamin C, because the tomato is like ridiculously rich in vitamin C, but it's also rich in lycopene, you see, which is an ingredient. So now it's just like, it really depends, you know, but it's just like you just need to kind of follow this through. It's like as if you are pregnant, you know, and then suddenly you have this like kind of unusual little wishes to eat this, to eat that, like gherkins with like, I don't know, like mayonnaise or something, you know, like I don't know, you know. It's like basically it's just like a basic, just pay attention to your body, because it's going to be communicating to you like this. But there is so much more to it, you know, because this is like you allow yourself to heal so much. You allow yourself to heal so much. There is so much that we understand about ourselves that we don't even get it in the way we understand this. So this is the projection of energy that you really reflect on, because there is so much more to it. Not just that you need a little bit of protein and things like that, but there is so much that is causing an imbalance in your body that you will find this beneficial for. Okay, so now my gorgeous Capricornians, the first date. But before I go there, look at this gorgeous pendant, my gorgeous Capricornians. Again, this is the part of my brand new line. It's absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. Indonesian crazy lace agate. Look at this gorgeous pendant. I don't know if you can see what a beautiful details this actually have, but these are quite rare, and they're very unique in so many different ways, in terms of like how quickly do you feel inspired. As soon as you touch this, you feel this inspiration to kind of take your life on the next stage. And this is exactly what you're going to need to have like throughout May, June and July. But at the same time, it's fantastic when it comes to the optimism. We feel very optimistic about the challenges. We feel it has the power to elevate our thoughts like almost immediately, which reflect our way of on our way of thinking. It reflects on our energy, but it's also like kind of like a promoting optimism. It's elevating thoughts. It's making us feel really good about ourselves, and we say these amazing things, even if we are really tired, even if we are really low, even if we are really down. You know, we can't pick days. You know, we have to like kind of get on with lives and do things in life, not when we feel like it, but we just have to keep going, you know. So that's why I'm saying that there are going to be lots of things to deal with throughout May, June and July. But then again, you may not feel completely right, like in terms of if you feel really low, if you feel really tired and you're surrounded by people who are not really nice. This this is affecting your energy in terms of them being energy vampires, which reflect on your way of thinking without even realizing. These people have the ability to make decisions without us using our own full power, that we could use, because this is because they get us into the little box, where they want us to be. And I'm talking about the people that we may deal with in life that are very difficult, very heavy in terms of energy, but then again, it just affects our conversation, communication, and then we, instead of responding to these specific situations when we are surrounded by these people in this specific way, when it's too late, I should have said this, I should have said that. So this is it, you see. So it's an absolutely mind-blowing pendant which almost immediately increases your energy, increases your power. It makes you feel really optimistic, but at the same time it opens you up. It opens you up towards the people that you should be open towards. Okay, so if we have a little difficulties with certain people in life, this is also remarkable. But every single time you do something important, every single time when you're working on something, every single time when you're kind of thinking, every single time when you're trying to make a best possible decision for yourself in terms of a finances, career, and things like that, this is your pendant. But just remember, it almost instantly, it has got the power to elevate your thoughts and bring a wonderful, optimistic energy into your lives. Okay, this gorgeous Indonesian crazy lace agate comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Capricornius, you're also supporting my channel as well. So now the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of May, it's so good, 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of May is just amazing, because almost the 1st of May, it's gonna be my God, it's the whole new beautiful door that are about to open, and it's entirely down to you. What you're gonna do, how you're gonna feel. Okay, are you gonna be negative or are you gonna be positive? Are you gonna be low or are you going to be high up, So make the most of this wonderful energy. My point is that it's going to be quite deep energy, but at the same time, it's going to be very kind of something, it's going to be inspiring you. But in order to take that on the next level, you're going to need to pay attention to 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of May. It's all about this desire that you are going to have and determination. What exactly is giving you this desire? What exactly is making you so determined, This is oh my God, please listen to me very carefully. It's about the desire, determination, very strong willpower, but you need to recognize what is this, where is this desire and determination coming from, because it's pretty much so connected to, say Kitty, an intelligent choice. I've lost my plot here. An intelligent choice, because it's going to be connected to an intelligent choice. And in fact, in between the 3rd of May and the 12th of May, this intelligent choice is going to be highlighted about 100,000 times, because it's going to be on your mind quite a lot. Because at the same time, it's to do with your desire, a will, and also it's to do with a certain resolution that is going to come out of it. You will know that there is so much that is actually going to be resolved in your life on so many different levels, when it comes to so many different people that mean to you, to this specific situation. So you just need to pay attention to what this is, and this in itself, it's going to make you revisit some old plans. Indeed, it's going to make you to revisit some old plans, and that is gonna be connected to you taking understanding exactly which next steps do you need to take. It's gonna be pretty much so, my Lord, at around the 13th of May and the end of that month. It's all about taking being aware of bold and rather ambitious choices, but also on another hand, it's going to be important for you to come out of yourself. So opening up, talking, communicating, putting your foot down where you need to put your foot down, but also partnering with others who share your dreams. It's quite important indeed, in order to expand your plan and just keep on continuing to move forward. And this in itself is just oh my God, it's about this idea that is just also going to be brilliant, because that idea is primarily going to really it's going to be connected to you not wanting to be the part of the sadness anymore, and trouble and a restraint caused by others, you know. So this idea is going to have all this in, you know, this is all going to be connected to this restraint caused by others and things like that. You will know that this is going to be a step out, you know, but step towards the right direction is the same as well, because it's bringing this realization in itself. It's like, oh my God, it's bringing you like new possibilities. You will know that this is going to be connected to new relationships in your lives, but at the same time, you know, there is a very, very interesting new knowledge that you will become aware of, that it's going to be a driving force as well, because this new knowledge is only going to be highlighting the parts and areas of your life that you just really don't want to have anything to do with ever again. Okay, you will see. Like if you feel like you want to explain this to John and Mary, John, what are you doing? Mary, what are you doing? There is no point to explain, you know. Whether you understand or not, you know, there is no point to explain. You're going to come across, you know, and this is going to be quite obvious at around like the 13th and 14th of May, that you're going to come across certain people, like, again, it's just, you will want to like kind of, you will not understand them so much, these people, and like they will make you feel a little bit angry, and you will almost like, you're going to have a little bit of stress at the same time, because you will be going through something personal, so you must not let this to get the better of you, you know, because you're going to come across the certain people, and then you may be a little bit stroppy, and you will want to kind of ask, what are you doing? You know, you will not understand why they're doing what they're doing, but don't waste your energy. Do not, I said this before, do not waste your energy anymore. Do not waste your energy anymore whatsoever, because people who understand, people who don't. As simple as that, I guess, you know. Be happy that you are who you are. Be happy that you have the awareness, because you have got a remarkable, mind-blowing awareness indeed. Another pendant I was going to show you, my gorgeous Capricornians. It's an absolute stunner. Look at how gorgeous this is. Oh my God. It's leopardite. I absolutely love this. Look how gorgeous this is. These colors, this pattern. And I think it's pretty obvious why it's leopardite. And it's absolutely amazing. But on another hand, as soon as you wear this, I would highly suggest to wear leopardite throughout May, June and July, because it makes you playful. It brings that playfulness out of you. It brings that explorative mode out of you. But not just any explorative mode. It kind of helps you to awaken within yourself when you wear it. So suddenly you feel you want to explore this, you want to explore that, and it makes you like a little bit touch of mischievous at the same time. And that mischievous energy is absolutely everything, because it's coming from deep from a subconscious mind. It's coming across as something really mischievous, but at the same time it's pushing you towards the exploring the certain things in life that you wouldn't normally, you would feel like kind of scared to explore, or you would think that you're not ready, or you would think like, oh my God, you would be a little bit scared, you know. So it just brings you that touch of this like kind of understanding about certain things in life and certain problems that you are facing. You know, you understand, but you don't completely understand how you understand, but you just understand basically which part, whether you need to go further or not. It shows you what parts of your life to explore through your own mischievous energy. This is when we become spontaneous, but this is everything, because you respond in the right way, you act in the right way, you become very clever and very open. I'm not saying that you're not clever, but you become very clever and very open-minded about lots of subjects that you normally didn't understand, that you have such a great knowledge with, you know. So it helps you to go to the deepest parts of your subconscious mind and bring the best out at the time when you need it the most. So when you want to go deep, when you want to go explore, when you want to have a deep conversations and things like that, you know, and which brings you a very deep, much deeper level of our understanding later on, you know, this is leopardite is literally a must. Absolutely gorgeous pendant and very powerful indeed. This gorgeous leopardite comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Capricornians, you're also supporting my channel as well. So going back to the 13th of May, this is like, oh my God, this is like what you're going to become aware of here is so big, it's huge, it's important, like, oh my God, it's about hope and inspiration, and it's to do with you're becoming aware of like a very, very bright prospects. This is mind-blowing moment in time, because you will know at that second, you know what exactly it's missing in your life, but it's still part of your life, but you left it in the past. This is important because it's to do with the mixing of the past and present, and understanding exactly what this is by feeling very optimistic. As soon as you're thinking about it, there is going to be very, very interesting sign that you are going to have here. Like an omen is going to come in the form of like an animal, which is going to require from you to actually pay attention to what was on your mind, because that the job of that animal when it comes to your spirituality is the very sacred message that you're going to be absolutely fine. There is still something that is going to be holding you down without you even realizing, and that message from that spiritual animal that you're going to come across, it's going to be the realization that you're going to be absolutely fine, you're on the right path, and what is like kind of like a making you feel negative and slowing you down, you're going to be absolutely fine about. So your animals here, your animal sign, it will mean like it's an omen, very good omen, that you will be absolutely fine. So do not bring yourself down, and do not slow yourself down whatsoever, because it's down to you. It's entirely up to you what you're going to do next, not anybody else whatsoever. So it's about the satisfaction and pleasure and happiness that this is going to bring into your life indeed. On another hand, the 13th of May, it's also going to pretty much so going to reveal some kind of person, very dark person. I don't like this person whatsoever, but this person is going to be the part of this progress and process. You know, somebody is very dark and negative, like in energy wise, like a scrutinize, somebody very low and somebody very dark, and you will see and you will be able to realize that this person is someone that you should move away from, because it's causing an imbalance in your life. That just realizing this, my gorgeous Capricornians, is going to bring a swift activity into your life when it comes to progress and movement, and that in itself is going to make you to you will be aware of the fact that you're going to need to make a really important decision here when it comes to your own advancement. And this is again going to be just like a pretty much so the beginning of when it comes to the 13th of May, and when it comes to making that decision, you know, you're only going to become aware of like, oh my god, now I'm going to need to make this really important decision. And that is in itself within the next few days from the 13th of May, especially in between the 13th of May and the 21st of May, it's all about resolution of a problem, conclusion, which is going to bring you healing, a rather satisfactory result indeed. But also it's to do with like a certain, like a kind of like a maybe you are going to need to kind of have some kind of compromise with someone, but this is going to be good compromise, because something is going to inspire you so much when it comes to this, and you will know what to do when it comes to the part of your life that was delayed, when it comes to that compromise, because this compromise now that I'm talking about is to do with someone very, very powerful, very important, and there is like something really powerful that you're actually going to gain out of that person, which you will be, in terms of knowledge, which you will be able to apply to your life. Okay, the third important date, my gorgeous Capricornians, is going to be on the 31st of May. Now the 31st of May, let me tell you that there is going to be such a vision that you're going to have here. And that vision that you're going to have, it's going to really pretty much so going to really help you to kind of like understand again. It's more like a confirmation than anything else, you know, because what is it going to help you to understand how to deal with a certain obstacle when it comes to the actual dishonesty, when it comes to dishonest people, when it comes to the negative people, when it comes to the people who absolutely don't make sense. But at the same time, it's going to help you to realize that you are on the right path. So it's all about this vision that you are going to have on the 31st of May. This is going to be so important to you, and this vision is going to happen like when you least expect it, in a very strange and very bizarre way. And this is going to be really personal to you, because it's going to really it's going to be integrated with your own spirituality, and it's going to be the direct reflection of that. So this is going to be much deeper and much more important, because it's at the same time going to point out the way that you should be going to. And this way that is going to be pointed out to you, it's also gonna, it's not only the way that it's going to be pointed out to you on the 31st 31st of May, but it's at the same time you're going to become aware of like different ways, you know, so many new ways to actually really live the part of your life that you don't like anymore, but it's also going to provide you with so many different paths, you know, towards where you want to get. So before it would have been just this way, but now you're just going to realize like, oh my God, all this time I could have done this, I could have done that, but why would that slow myself down? It doesn't really matter. This specific part of your life, you needed to go through the certain experience in order to be mature enough in the spiritual way to face this situation, to make the best possible decision where you can take every single aspect that happened to you over the last 24 to 36 months. This is all going to be making sense, this like there is no tomorrow. Very important indeed. You are really, the 31st of May, it's also bringing you the moment of the self-discovery, and the moment of the self-discovery is just basically gonna really at the same time it's just this is impossible to ignore, because it's going to really make you realize that you want more out of life, my gorgeous Capricornians. But at the same time, the moment of discovery, here we go, it's all about moving on. It's all about things finally happening. It's all about going on the next stage. But it's all about also trusting yourself above anything else, my gorgeous Capricornians. Indeed, the 31st, you see that? There you go. It's all about the inspiration. The 31st of May, my goodness, you know, you are about to give a birth to something here. Birth to some kind of project, birth to some kind of opportunity. This is going to be huge. Just remember, the 31st of May, by the end of that day, you're already going to start, you're already going to plant a spiritual seed. This is not any spiritual seed. This is going to have the second stage when it comes to August 2022. But then again, September and October 2022 are also going to be magnificent and completely different to what you could have possibly imagined when it comes to your life. Where you're going to be then, it's going to be nothing like you could have imagined so far, but in the best possible way in terms of your own progress. So this is what I'm trying to say. The inspiration on the 31st of May, how do you feel on the 31st of May? What is going to be persistently on your mind on the 31st of May? This is the birth of some kind of creation. Through your own creativity, through your own mind, this is about to change your life, and this is going to be remarkable. You will see exactly what I mean. So now, my gorgeous Capricornians, I'm just going to see what to pay attention to in the first part of May, the mid part of May, and the last part of May as well. So the first part of May, you know, I like this so much because it's moving on like a lot with your life, because you're going to become aware of the great sadness that is about to heal with time. What you need to remember is to let go of the past, okay? Because the personal growth are going to come from challenges. You just need to be open to them, and you need to understand that these are not any challenges that you're going to be facing throughout May. These are going to be very sacred challenges that you have been waiting for a long time. The mid part of May, you know, you also need to remember to be honest with yourself. You need to remember to be honest with yourself rather than anything else. You will be surrounded by certain people who are maybe going to make you feel like you should like kind of act in a certain way. But if you do this, you're not going to be yourself. But if you're not yourself, you're not going to get the most out of the situation in your life. So this is something you need to remember, to make sure that you're being honest with yourself. The last part of May, you know, it's all about protecting what you have created, but by being prepared, but also being aware of the fact that now it's time to take it on the next level. Do never ever give up. Never ever give up with things that mean to you. And also because the last part of May is bringing you an important clarity that you will be an important clarity which is going to help you to make a choice. Absolutely brilliant indeed. And try to work on a certain addictions as well. Very important, my gorgeous Capricornians, because I can see a bit of an imbalance, especially when it comes to the last part of May. You're going to have that power to deal with these addictions, you know, whatever they are, on a much higher angle. So this is something that is also going to kick off the process of healing, and this is going to reflect on so many different parts of your life as well. So now, my gorgeous Capricornians, for those of you who are single, for those of you who are in relationship, you are really gonna work on a certain problem. Capricornians, those of you who are in relationship, there is some kind of karmic problem that is gonna bounce back. It has been there for the last 10 to 11 weeks. Maybe you had a bit of an argument not that long ago, so now you're gonna need to work on this, because if you don't solve this argument, it's becoming karmic mama, quite heavy. So it's gonna bounce back again. And if you don't fix this, if you don't work on this argument, if you don't come up with a solution to this problem, it's going to bounce back, because it's an integral part of your both spiritual journey. So it's going to bounce back until you learn from it, because this is relevant for both of you to grow and to go on the next stage. So this month, my gorgeous Capricornians, those of you who are in relationship, there is some kind of like a problem, negativity, maybe tiny little argument that you are going to have, but that in itself, it's going to be a clear indication. What do you need to resolve? Something is unresolved and you need to work on that issue. Okay, important. And then you can focus on other things. For those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know, it's a bit of like, oh God, you know, a bit of a dark lala moment, because you're going to kind of like maybe like someone, fancy someone, and it's like nothing really too important, because, you know, it's like almost like you're gonna like someone, a rather complex situation, and then you're gonna realize some kind of ulterior motive. You know, I don't like this person whatsoever. So you're gonna become aware of this yourself. You're gonna like someone, you're gonna fancy someone, and then you're gonna realize they're not who do you think that they are. And this in itself, you know what, is going to make you realize the certain difficulty. That person is gonna be an important part of your progress, because through that person you will realize what you were doing wrong. If you're ready to find someone like Mr. Lover, if you're ready to find someone, you know, you will realize through that person, really interestingly, in a very unusual way, you will realize exactly what you were kind of doing wrong and why did you find this difficult. So this is going to be quite important part here, because it's going to open your eyes, but at the same time it's going to help you to recognize something really significant here, and that in itself is going to make you, oh my God, it's going to help you to realize which change do you need to make, which change do you need to bring into your life to let someone in, which is not going to happen in May 2022, but I'm seeing June and July very strong when it comes to new people full on coming into your life. But some of them are going to be like, hello my darling, very, very special indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.